Hi, it's Craig Vincent here, founder of the Property Marketing Academy, where I teach real estate agents and property owners how to market property more effectively so you can achieve a maximum price for the sale of your home and avoid underselling. Have you ever received one of those free market opinion leaflets in your letterbox? Yeah, me too. We've received one probably once a week, if not twice a week. Normally it's from different real estate companies, and it got me thinking that it must be really confusing for property owners when they're thinking about who should you call in, how many agents should you get in, what sort of questions you should be asking the agent, what you should be looking for in the agent, and how can they get you the best possible price in the shortest possible time that they nearly all promise. And it's one of the reasons why I've done a lot of investigation into this whole property marketing space and set up the Property Marketing Academy, because from a consumer's point of view I can imagine it would be quite confusing. So what I did was I've actually gone out and I've travelled interstate, I've travelled overseas, I've spent untold hours on the internet researching this. I've looked at a lot of what the good agents are doing out there in the property marketing space, and I've also looked at what some of the agents are doing really poorly. And I've also looked at where the industry is heading, what are the best applications and best tools to use out there in today's medium, and I've also got a really good finger on the pulse about what is happening or what's coming our way when it comes to the future of property marketing as well. So more about that later on as we go down sharing a lot more of this information. But what this has actually done is it's allowed my clients to benefit greatly from my knowledge. You see, every single client of mine has achieved thousands and thousands of dollars extra for their home, and with many of them now selling their property for in excess of $100,000 more than what other agents have actually quoted or have been able to previously get offered from buyers. So this property marketing space is absolutely vital. And when you look at the old world of real estate, where that free market opinion that people were actually marketing, that was about how much your place should sell for, and giving you an idea of where your place fits in the marketplace compared to other homes. But nowadays, it's more about having a proven marketing strategy. You see, it's interesting when you look at this, and this is why I put this together about why a second opinion is critically important. And these opinions that I'm talking about in this aren't quite what you may expect. You see, the first one is what the agents have been marketing out there for a long, long time. They've been talking about giving you a market opinion. Now, a market opinion is like a valuation, where they'll say, your place, there's a 3-bedroom place that's sold down the road, yours is a 4-bedroom, there's another 4-bedroom that's sold for this, there's another one that's sold for that, and they'll compare your property in a market analysis and say, well, this is about where I feel it will fit in the marketplace, and it's almost like a valuation. Now, it's important to understand that your property is unique. Your property is rarely the same as any other home. Your furnishings are different, the colour scheme's different. Even though you might be part of a duplex complex or a townhouse complex, you may be in a situation where your property has still got something different about it than the neighbouring property, and you've got a different aspect to them, you've got a different land size, you've got different things going for your home than you have from an adjacent home. So it's important to understand that yes, the market opinion is important, but it's about building value, and increasing the perceived value of your home is the role of a real estate agent in today's market. For example, I had some people I know that they were selling their property and they had an agent out and they basically compared all the other homes in the area and what they were selling for and told them that they'd get about $920,000 for their home and should put it on for about $929,000. They actually had an independent valuer come out and the valuer told them that their place was worth about $945,000, $950,000. And typically you'll find the valuers will come in below the marketplace. They're very conservative. But what actually happened was that I recommended to these people that they should actually put this particular place up for auction. It's not normally something that I would say that that's the best thing to do. Every situation is different. And in this situation, I suggested to them that they put it up for auction and they put it out there, and sure enough, within a matter of a couple of weeks, they had offers of in excess of $1 million. So that agent was literally going to cost them, if they'd put that place on the market for $929,000, it would have sold straight away, and the agent would have said, we've sold it in a day, and the owner would have lost somewhere in the vicinity of $80,000+. So it's very, very important that you understand that, yes, it's vital that you get the market opinion done, and the agents should be giving you a price. I went out to a property, there were 4 agents invited in, and I don't know how it worked, but I was the only agent who was actually prepared to say, this is what I think the property will actually sell for, whereas the other 3 agents were saying, oh, we should just put no price on it and just let the market decide what it should sell for. Now, if that's what's going out there in the marketplace nowadays with all this no price stuff, then as an industry, we've got to be really, really careful, because that's not what the customer wants. They want to have a guide as to where it should fit in the marketplace so they can make decisions based upon that indication, and then they can go on and they can look at what they can afford out there in the marketplace. So from an agent's point of view, I know some of you are concerned or scared that if you say a price, well, it might not be enough, and the owner turns around and chooses the other agent who says a higher price or whatever. You just got to be in a position where it's all about building trust and giving some sort of indication as to how you've come about that price, but also showing your clients how you're going to actually market your property and ensure that they get the maximum price out there in the marketplace. Which brings me to the second point, which is the second opinion. And that's why I talk about this second opinion. It's not necessarily the second agent that you're calling in. It's the second part of the opinion that's going to make all the difference. And it's what I call the marketing opinion. So one, you get the market opinion as to where your place fits in the market, but this second part, this second opinion, is the marketing opinion. When you consider all the different things that real estate agents can now do to market a home, and there's a lot of different moving parts. There's the photography, the signboards, the internet marketing, you know, the sites like realestate.com.au and domain.com.au. You've got video, you've got virtual tours, you've got floor plans, you've got print media, there's leaflets, brochures, the agent's database, how they communicate effectively with buyers. There's also new apps that are available out there that people can use. Plus, there's social media. And social media is just such a massive space, and if your agent's not embracing social media, well, then they're missing out on a whole new audience out there in the market. Now, one of the things that I would say is probably the greatest mistake that a lot of the agents are doing out there currently, and it's costing home sellers an absolute fortune, and that is just not understanding how the different media works. For example, when you look at Facebook, Facebook now has over 1 billion users, and something like in excess of 50% of Facebook users actually go and visit Facebook once a day, at least once a day. So it's like this whole new channel. You know, a lot of people spend time on the TV, but they're also in a position where they have multiple screens. So they're watching TV, they're sitting in front of the TV with their mobile phone or their iPad now. So they've got multiple screens that they're looking at. But also need to look at understanding how the offline media works. And the fact that offline media and print media, brochures, signboards, leaflets, all of those things actually drives people online so that they can get more information. So you put out a little bit of information in the offline media that then draws people to the online. So understanding those things are absolutely vital to how you set up a proven marketing strategy for your clients. And one of the things I would suggest from a home owner's perspective is obviously have a look at all the different things that the agents are doing from a marketing point of view. If the agent comes in and just says, well, we'll put your property on realestate.com.au and domain, and we'll put a sign up and that, why are they doing that? How are they doing it? Are they in a situation where they're suggesting that you use a highlight listing, which in a lot of suburbs I see as a complete waste of money? So you need to be understanding around which is the best options when it comes to advertising on those sites. So there's lots of different areas that we need to look at, and every property is different in each suburb and each street. So one of the things I would look at doing is make sure that when you are inviting an agent in, that you're not just getting a market opinion. It's really important that you get that second opinion. You get this marketing opinion. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you found this helpful. If you've got any questions, or if you'd like a second opinion, please feel free to get in touch with me. More than happy to help you in any way that I possibly can. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye for now.